Alright everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we are making a custom Rise of the Beasts Vortex. This is the 4th Combaticon out of 5. So we're getting close to finishing the team, and I gotta say, man, it's gonna be a great one. So, of course, cue the intro. So yeah, this is a bit of a difference in design to G1 Vortex. Of course, yes, they are different, but I think that this is going to be a pretty sweet mold. It was between this and a few other ones, but I decided to go with this because it's just, I like it a lot, and I think you will too. The design of this guy is actually going to be sort of a mix-up of different Vortex designs, like the Orbitron one, and of course the G1 one. Anyways, these two. So we're going to be using these colors. So we have royal blue for the blue. We have this nice gray that we've been using on some of the other ones. We've got gunmetal gray. We have this nice flat red. We have black and purple for some accents. You can't see it on the bottom, but that's what it looks like this. Anyways, we don't need any of those right now. We need this. But first, he needs to come apart. Bang, bang. Coming out. Okay, it's fine. Bang. Is that pinned on? Okay. Well, I didn't know we had this. Machine gun. That's cool. Anyways, we have the main helicopter piece. Leg 1. Leg 2. Arm A. Arm B. Arm A. I think arm B or arm B. I don't remember which one I showed. Then we have the little landing pieces. Then these two engine exhaust pieces. And the little machine gun piece. Okay, I've already got it going out the window, as you can see. And by the way, I called this an aerator mask, not a respirator mask. My bad. I don't know why I called it an aerator mask, but it's a respirator mask. Anyways, I'm gonna get my gloves on. Ready to go. Oh, I found my goggles, by the way, but I'm not gonna wear them. Oh, there they go. Alright, so now that all the gray is on, I've already gone ahead and put the helicopter back together for the most part, and I'm just gonna be hand painting the windows here, the blade, and this blade here, and it's all gonna look pretty sweet. So let's get to that. All right, we're gonna be using this folk art black that you see me use a lot. I did a little too much. Dang, okay, it's gonna have to be redone. Now we're done with that, and now I want to add some gunmetal accents. Alright, so now... Okay, bro was spinning, what the heck? Okay, so now we're working on Blastoff, and you're wondering what mold this is. I think this is Dark of the Moon Air Raid. Why is he a jet? The Combiner Wars one was a jet, and every other space shuttle toy doesn't really fit the aesthetic that we're going for. So we're going to use him, and that's what's going to happen. If you don't like it, make one yourself. But, as always, modifications do have to be made, so we're gonna chop this big piece off, because we have absolutely no use for that. We're gonna smooth it all out. This piece, well, we'll talk about the robot mode when we get to it. Let's go ahead and clip these off. Alright, so now we got all these little parts that we can use for other customs. Just be careful in doing this, because the edges are kind of sharp. So, now we have this, and we get to use my favorite tool to sand it down. And if you don't know what my favorite tool is, it's the nail drill. It's great. It's so good. It sands, it drills, it does everything you'd want for modifications, except, some other things. But for what we need right now, it's perfect. So let's get to it. Alright, so we don't need much. Probably gonna need around 12 you want to put the sanding one on. And what we're going to do is we're just going to sand it down. So yeah. There you go. So now let's look at the robot mode, because I'm pretty okay with how the rest of this looks. Alright, so here's the robot mode, and yes, I know that getting rid of that got rid of his heels, so now him standing up is probably not gonna happen. But for what it's worth, I think I'm a skilled enough balancer to make it work. So what needs to happen with the chest? Really, it's just the head with the modifications. I'm okay with everything else, to be honest with you. How do we want it to look? Really, it's up to my personal preference. And if you're making this, it's up to your personal preference. But what I'm personally going to do is, since he already basically has a mouth plate, I'm not super worried about him having a visor or anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clip the top of the head off, literally right now. So I just take this and take this and do that, and that just went flying. So now his head is round, which is what we want. And once it looks all brown and everything, and these Blastoff colors, he's gonna look super, super good. I can already tell you guys that. But now that the modifications are basically done, we are going to... Now, I might actually see if I have a hand. No. Yeah, I don't really have anything, sadly. But it's fine. So, yeah, we're just gonna take them apart. He's basically all screws, and yeah, we're gonna put some primer on him. All right, he's as apart as he can possibly be. Advice to the people who are doing this themselves: do not try to split the legs, because you will cut yourself. So, yeah, that hurts. I'm actually gonna go wash that off. Well, I forgot to hit the record button for the time lapse, but you know how I did it. I put them on the little things, and then I painted them, and now we wait for it to dry, and then we apply the brown. All right, it's time to get the brown on. We're using Tamiya X9, and let's just get it going. All right, so after using some Tamiya Clear Red, actually, I'm just gonna... yeah, so I took all the clear parts, and now they are all clear red. So if we do any light piping or anything, they're going to be red, which is going to look super cool. So that's going to be inserted inside of here. I did the gray, and I did the purple. I used, instead of using the Tamiya purple, I actually ended up using this Craftsmart purple, which I feel like matched it a little bit better. And then I added that as an accent color here and there. And then I added some gray here and there as well. So it looks like that. And then here on the feet, it also looks like that. So we're just gonna wait for that to dry. Then we're gonna add some chrome silver on the inside of here and here. And it's just gonna look really, really good. All right, this seemed to work out pretty well. Light piping worked as planned. You can see that the eyes are now red instead of clear. Or I guess orange, but definitely darker in that evil Decepticon look. And yeah, man, that's basically it. He's basically done. I'm just gonna add a few more little touches. So now him and Vortex are done. So I decided to just throw them both in the same video, so you guys would get a good idea. And the last two are finally complete. So let's see what they look like with the rest of the finished Combaticons. And here they are, all in alt mode. I think Blastoff still needs a little bit of refinement and a bit of more color displacement, because he just looks like a big piece of poop, to be honest. So maybe some gray on the side would really do him some good. But Vortex, on the other hand, looks awesome. He looks great. I think they look great as a team. Onslaught is elsewhere at the moment, so we'll just have to look at these four for now. But yeah, they look great. Now, I'll probably do a more in-depth look at these two when it comes around to doing the full showcase of the full team. So subscribe if you want to see that. But for now, this is what they look like. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with me for this crazy journey of making this whole combiner team. It was nuts. But I'm so glad to be done, and I'm ready to move on to other combiner teams. So, which one do you guys want to see next? Put it down in the comments. I'm thinking of doing the Computron team. But yeah, guys, see y'all later. That being said, Solaris out. What?